fucking circle jerking. Yeah, no, not the circle
What?
jerk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
Anyways,
not over the age of 50. Listen to that band.
all
Dude,
right.
they were
What?
that band.
What?
That
Go
band.
for it.
No, I was just saying, that band came here to New Orleans. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not hate on it, but like they came here and it's just like literally like all the like set dressers I work with over the age of like 45 were like, I'm going. Like just
Order it.
anybody in New Orleans over the age of 45, I think was at that show.
Love that. And with that, welcome to episode 16. I'm dropping the needle. Been recording.
Circle jerks.
Love that. Yeah. So it's your boys, Adam Knich, Bad Artist. This is Quick Sixers, the Quick Sixer Collective's show about music reviews and pop culture moments. And this particular episode is very interesting. I hope, But it's about Belle Sebastian. I'll you say the name of the album, man, Adam, because I just fucked it up. This is your
The
pick,
life.
so
It's
yeah,
Belle Sebastian's The Life Pursuit.
yeah, Life Pursuit. So their seventh studio album, I believe, first one. Yeah, let me look. First one recorded in North America. Right? Yeah,
Is it?
yeah,
I didn't know that's that.
I think so.
Dropping knowledge on me.
Yeah. I mean, look at me, look at me.
But
I
also,
think
yeah,
so.
it's
I
with
think it is.
Matador Records too. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, they
Apple
switch
Music.
records. They're record companies. I think so. I read this whole
Hang
fucking
on. It
thing
says,
today.
hang on. It says Rough Trade. This is what it says: Rough
Oh,
Trade Records Limited under exclusive license to Matador Records.
okay,
So
okay,
I think it was they had a few albums before that on Rough Trade,
okay,
and then
okay.
maybe they switched to Matador or vice versa.
They switched like 3 or 4 times,
Yeah,
record labels. So maybe I fucked that up. Maybe it wasn't
or
their
that would
first
make
one.
sense though if it was on Matador because Matador is U.S. record label and
Yeah.
Rough Trade's I guess UK or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
British label.
I feel like I fucked it up though. Now I'm like tripping. Um, I gotta look this up. It's really bumming me out now. I'm like, did I just like drop some bullshit?
Dude,
Oh no.
we always
But
come prepared.
well, it's like I read it and I was like, that's a cool fact. I'm gonna throw that out later. And now I'm like second guessing myself, which is like, oh, fuck, bro, really? Um, yeah, no, you know what? Fuck it. I think it's true. It's probably not, but right in 2020, yeah, 2002 they went to Rough Trade. The first album, Rough Trade. Yep. Fine. I'm like trying to find I'm like scrolling so fucking fast. Like it's like my eyes are broken right now. Like, you have no
Dude,
idea.
just go to the discography and then
I'm
that
trying.
album.
Does it? Oh shit. Oh no, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do that. I can't do this. I don't know. Yeah, dude, I think it's right. I think I was the first one recorded in the US.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense. That
think
would make
so.
sense.
Oh
That
God.
would make sense
Yeah.
because we have, like I said,
Whew.
Matador Records. But
Yeah. Oh man. That just freaked me out. Oh God. Yeah. So anyways, The Life Pursuit came out February 6th, 2006, recorded in 2005 at the Sound Factory in Los Angeles. Sound Factory, there's a good documentary about it, I think on HBO, probably on Prime Video. I don't know, it's pretty cool. Um,
have
I
you seen it?
believe a lot like Nirvana recorded there, a whole bunch of shit. I think
Yeah.
the whole documentary may have been produced by Dave Grohl.
No, really.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that does sound familiar. Yeah.
because I believe they ran out of money at the place and like he bought
He like
their
revived it.
no, he bought the shit that was in it. Like
Uh,
he moved
I
like
gotcha.
the soundboard or
His studio.
whatever to his house or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
Um pretty crazy. This is no, I didn't realize that these people on the cover of the album are. It doesn't look like they are band members. That's cool. Um, if you look at the Wikipedia for this particular album, there's not shit on it. Okay, it's kind of interesting, but all right. So we talked about this for a second, but it's not their first album. It's their seventh album. It's also their most successful album ever. And I think arguably what probably put it in the brains of our generation. Because like they popped off in the mid 90s, but like
Yeah.
that was probably a little too young for this genre for
Well,
us.
I'll put it this way too, because like I put this along the lines of Modest Mouse. Like these are two bands that yeah, they had success in the 90s, but they were still indie. And then, I guess like it was the precursor of what indie is today. But
Mm-hmm.
like they were so when MTV came out, they had it, MTV2 eventually, and that's what it's, was reading that I guess this a couple of songs or maybe one of the songs from this album was featured on MTV2. So and
Mm-hmm.
like Modest Mouse's Float On was so successful too. That was kind of like an indie album that, this breakthrough thing. So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
they were like two bands that had albums in the 90s that now were getting more success in the, early 2000s.
Oh, it's so funny. This you're talking about MTV2. This Wikipedia literally says,
Yeah.
furthermore, We Are the Sleepyheads was used in an MTV2 advert. So it was in an ad
Yeah.
on MTV2.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
So speaking of this being an indie pop record is what they call it. I felt like I needed something bright and bubbly for this. Like I told you, for for my birthday this year, we did a big beer tasting. So I probably literally have like 100 beers in my closet. Okay.
Yeah.
So many. Ridiculous. This one,
Just chilling in dry storage.
no, bro, they're out. Well, they're outside. They're kind of chilled. Um, yeah. Yeah. But anyways, so I think I don't know if I'm who I'm crediting this one with, but shout out to Mount Juliet Beer Company because this might be a beer that they gave me for this. This is the Mill Creek Brewing Company Peach Darlin.
Ooh,
I
nice.
haven't had this, so this is a live. You're gonna see if it's shitty. You're gonna see it. Sorry, Mill Creek. 4.5. It says established 2014. This is a local beer for me apparently, but no, Nolensville, Tennessee. So not really local, but whatever.
It's from where, Tennessee?
Nolensville. It's like a
Oh yeah, I know where that is. I
place
know what that is.
outside of Nashville. So it says peachy wheat on the side. Ooh,
Ooh,
peachy. Pretty peachy. You know what I'm saying?
would imagine.
Yeah. Pretty peachy. Quite a light looking beer. So yeah. Shout out Mill Creek. Peachy, whatever the fuck. Peachy darling. Smells peachy, bro. I'm not a big fan of peaches either, so
Really? They're okay.
uh-huh.
It's okay every once in a while.
Yeah. It's like
But a peach wheat would seem like too much.
oh, pretty refreshing, honestly. 4.5. I'll probably give this like a 3.75 or 4 on tap.
Nice.
But anyway, back to the subject.
Yeah.
Oh, this album came out when in our last semester of high school. And which charts for me, honestly. Because I remember I think, I was telling you earlier, I think Dill might have found this and listened to it. But I don't know where it came from. It might have came from same shit, MTV2 or whatever.
Yeah. That's what I
And
was saying. It probably is in our subliminal.
yeah, it was
You know
there.
what I mean? Yeah.
One way or another, this album got in my hands. And I remember listening to it on the ride home all the time from high school.
Yeah.
And there's like the single off of it, funny. Well, there's two singles, but the main single, "Funny Little Frog," is such a poppy song, like gets in your head,
Yeah.
that I feel like it was kind of a soundtrack for a few months for maybe both of us.
Yeah.
And
That's what
you
I was gonna
said it,
say. I think,
yeah.
yeah, you're the one I feel like the first time I heard it was like riding around with you. Like you
Hmm.
said, I think it was like kind of like an album that we did listen to. But that's what thing you bring up a good point too. It's an album that we listened to, but listen to the whole way through. I mean, that's the thing about this album is you can listen to it. Every song is good.
Hmm.
There's no skippable song on here.
No, it's all good. I like it all. I tried to listen to.
It's 16 tracks, right?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking long. It's almost an
15.
hour. It's like
Yeah,
52
15
minutes or
tracks.
49,
Yeah.
21. This also 2009 Pitchfork named the album 86th greatest of the 2000s.
Yeah.
And Funny
I
Little
would agree
Frog
with I
reached
would
the
agree with
top
that. Yeah.
20 in UK charts in January 2006. It's the band's highest charting to date, and the second uh, uh, single was "The Blues Are Still Blue," and it's great too. It
Yeah.
peaked inside the top 40, but yeah, dude, this one I don't know. I honestly, you're probably right. It's probably some subliminal shit that like was just like playing. And I don't know how it came into the rotation, but it never really left after that. It's like kind of
Yeah.
just like, oh shit, want to do some feel good, like it's cool. Also, didn't know this about this band, but when you said earlier that they were from the UK, I was like, oh, cool. It turns out they're all Scottish, which is pretty
Oh damn.
interesting.
Yeah. 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 That is right.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I was like, Scottish.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of other bands that are Scottish, and it's like there's a few that are mentioned in their like main Wikipedia page, like people they've collaborated with, like the dudes from Snow Patrol
Oh yeah.
and shit like that. And it's like, but mainly it's like this is like probably I would say probably the biggest Scottish band I know for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean,
Uh,
like, just with this album, I mean, that's what is crazy. Like, yeah, we didn't, I mean, like, I didn't really know about Belle Sebastian until this album,
mhm.
And then when I talked to a couple other people about like that are big fans of Belle Sebastian, they don't say this album is,
Yeah,
on their favorites.
it's kind of a bummer because like
I think
it's
it's like, to me, it's like their white album.
yeah,
Every song is fucking good.
yeah,
Every song is somewhat different, but still ties them together, you
hmm,
know? And I mean, the songwriting on it is just crazy too.
yeah, it's pretty nuts. So um they're from Glasgow. A little backstory, I guess. Belle and Sebastian comes from um a thing called I'm not fucking French, so Belle et Sebastian. It's a 1965 children's book by French writer Cecil Aubrey, later adapted for television. But I guess well, it says that Stuart Murdoch, who is the lead in this band, wrote a short story after reading that, or wrote like a short thing, and this is like that's where they got the name for this band, which is kind of interesting to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah, sure. So Belle Sebastian from a short story Murdoch had written inspired by the television adaptation of the French novel. And then it's about a 6-year-old boy and his dog named Belle, the Great Pyrenees, if anybody wanted to know. This is kind of interesting too. June 1996, Electric Honey pressed 1,000 copies of Tiger Milk, which is their first album.
Yeah.
And as of 2007, they were valued at 400 euros a piece.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, oh, this is also another interesting fact. So Stuart Murdoch is the dude on this, right? He's the guy you hear. And
Yeah.
he excuse me. Has an interesting illness called myalgic encephalomyelitis. It's called ME for short. Basically, what it is a chronic fatigue syndrome. So we like get so fucking worn out from this, you just like can't do anything, which is like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know, for a musician to have that and to like just still be working, like to not just completely give up.
Yeah, but in that too, like that says something as well because it, like I said, this album is I feel like it's completely different in a way from all the other stuff. It's like more energetic, it's more upbeat. It's it's true essence of indie pop or art pop or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Whereas everything
Apparently,
else, every other album seems like more of like a folk album.
Yeah, definitely. Murdoch wrote a song called Nobody's Empire, which is on their 2022 album. Let me check that that's the right date. Nope, 2015. My bad. 2015 album.
That's a good album
called Girls in Peacetime Want to Dance.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's did you know how when you plug your phone into like a US or like some kind of player and like a song automatically starts playing sometimes?
Yeah.
Like if you didn't have like your music app up,
uh-huh.
That album is the thing that starts playing on my phone. So like I've come to not like the album because it fucks up my whole vibe. But it's a good album.
Yeah.
You go check it out. But anyways, Life Pursuit, my favorite, your favorite Belle Sebastian album. It's just what are we? What are some standouts?
I would agree. Well, I was just gonna say I would agree too with Pitchfork when they say it's on the top. What would you say 100 or whatever of 20 of the early 2000s?
It's in the top 100, so it's the 86th.
Yeah, 86
greatest of the 2000s. I would agree with that 100%. It's an album that I would put in the list if I was making a list of top whatever of shit that I listened to from 2000 to 2010.
Yeah. And I'll say this too, like the songs on this album are pretty interesting too, because like I said, they're different, they could be on, you could take a bunch of these different songs and put them on several different playlists. Like Suki is a kid that likes to hang out in the graveyard, like that song.
Yeah. That song's great.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't even notice that. So iTunes has 2 bonus tracks, Blue Eyes of a Millionaire, and I Took a Long Hard Look. I didn't realize I listened to both of those today. Shit. Oh, hold on. I think there's more. I feel like there's like 17 tracks on the iTunes one. We're gonna have to figure this out in real time. Also, I don't get why this isn't an essential album on Apple Music for them.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. People don't consider it. People don't consider it that, and that
Stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, no, it's just 15. So, but it's not the same 15, which is interesting. So
yeah, they changed it.
Blue Eyes of a Millionaire is not on here. It's Meat and Potatoes is the song.
Oh yeah.
Weird. Huh. That's really weird. But anyway, that version is good as well. I wonder if it's on like another thing. It probably is. Okay. Anyway, Belle and Sebastian, probably the most artsy looking band I've ever actually been into.
Do you remember that
Um,
Zach Galifianakis joke about them?
uh-uh.
I have to say,
Is it
but
on
it's in the
Purple Onion?
live at the Purple Onion
Okay.
where he's talking about. Do you remember this?
I know
Do
the
you remember
stand
the
up,
joke?
but I don't remember the
Where
joke.
he's
I haven't
like,
watched in a while.
to appeal to the art kids that ate my balls, Belle and Sebastian.
I love it. I do love it. It's just like dude, it's just a feel good album. It's
Yeah,
never
it's
off of
upbeat
the
too. Yeah,
playlist. Yeah, it's very upbeat.
yeah,
I like it a lot. I really do.
yeah. It's definitely in my essentials. But
Yeah, hell yeah. Um, what do you got any, I don't know, particular favorites off of here?
I mean, every song really. But
Yeah.
blues are still blue for sure. And then price of a cup of tea,
Oh, it's
and
such
then
a good
funny
song.
little frog. Yeah,
Fun and Little Frog's great. I'm a big fan of Suki in
that's
the Graveyard.
well, and that's what's interesting too. Like, we were sleepyheads that was used on the MTV2 ad. I see why it was used on an ad because it's not, it's not one of those stronger songs. But yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
funny that would gain them, attention.
Mm-hmm. Another Sunny Day is really good.
Yeah.
And the second half. So if you listen to Act of the Apostle 2,
Mhm.
there's a second part of it that I really
Yeah.
like. I like way
Yeah.
more than the first
Shifts.
part,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is kind of weird. I could have kind of split it up, but it's not a terribly long song, so I get why.
Yeah.
So, but the second half of that song is great. I love it.
For
It's
sure.
kind of crazy to me that like this thing says that Life Pursuit has sold 112,000 units in the US. I feel like
That's
it should
crazy.
be more.
Yeah, but not really though. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
if you think about units, I mean, because everybody's streaming shit now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is also the time. This is very much a iPod era,
Yeah.
and the year before the iPhone was unveiled. So actually, iPhone might have gotten unveiled later this year. But man, can you imagine? Like,
Yeah.
I wonder. You know how Apple always picks like random ass groups to do like a live show at their event, like when they're
Yeah. Yeah.
unveiling a product. I wonder
Yeah.
if they ever would have picked them.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
I
feel
think
like
they
they've
would
done
have.
something with Apple, with like Apple Music recently, or like the last few years, or like
I
in the
feel like
past or
Funny Little
something.
Frog was in something.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows these questions? If you know these
Yeah.
questions, drop them in the comments.
Just do the research because we forgot to.
Yeah, we didn't even feel like doing it, so whatever. Um, yeah, dude. I don't know. This is pretty fucking cool. Oh, that's where I've listened to this. This is kind of interesting. So, no, I didn't listen to it. So we were talking about their "If You're Feeling Sinister" album, their second one, where people say it's their their masterpiece, right?
Yeah.
And apparently, Rolling Stone put it as their 481st out of 500 top 500 albums of all time in 2020.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy for an indie band
Yeah,
like them.
definitely. Well, and it was
Yeah.
crazy even for the UK charts that, they hit what, top 40 or something
Yeah.
for the songs.
Yeah. No, they this it's pretty nuts. That one's it's an interesting. So the reason I bring this up is if you want to listen to if this sounds interesting to you, this band, go and check out Life Pursuit first, I feel like it's the easiest to get into.
Yeah.
Would you agree on that one?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And then branch out because the like you were saying, none of these albums sound the same. None of them. Like
Yeah.
they sound
No.
similar, but like I was listening to If You're Feeling Sinister earlier today,
Mhm.
and it sounds nothing like
Yeah.
Light Pursuit.
No. Yeah.
And even
I mean, like I
thinking
said,
about
that's why I
the
like this album. It's just, I mean, like I said, the writing itself, you can tell it's like,
Mhm.
there's something going on there with this
Yeah,
album than any of the other ones.
yeah, 100%. Um, but yeah, it sounds nothing like their new shit. Uh, they just released a new album this year called A Bit of Previous, released in May.
Yeah.
Go check that one out. They've hosted festivals. Um, they they've been nominated for a Mercury Prize, which is a huge fucking deal in the UK.
Yeah.
For all of our US listeners. That's the biggest deal, like for any UK person. It sets the tone for it basically the idea of that award is it's the best representation of what music is in the UK at the time. So that's kind of a huge deal. It wasn't for this album, but it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. It's funny. This Funny Little Frog hit 65 on the US Billboard 200. It's their highest
Oh,
charting
wow.
single ever. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It debuted at number 13.
Oh,
That's
geez.
nuts.
Yeah.
And oh, dude, can you imagine this show? July 6, 2006. They played the Hollywood Bowl with the LA Philharmonic, and the opening act was the Shins.
Oh, wow. That's
Can you
funny.
imagine?
Yeah.
I've been to that place.
That'd be cool.
It's 18,000 seats. I've been to
Yeah.
that place, and it does 18,000 people in that place is fucked. Like, good luck
Yeah.
getting into Hollywood if that place is that sold out. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I don't have much else to say about this besides that it's great. You should go
Yeah.
listen to it. Find it if you see it in a store, buy it.
Yeah.
Support them, I guess.
You probably find out at Barnes and Noble or something.
Yeah, you definitely will. You definitely find it in Barnes and Noble. Lately there's been those like Target exclusives. You might find it
Yeah, oh
there. Who
yeah.
knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, go to your local place and support them because they're great. Also, you know what? I'm kind of bummed. I told you earlier that they came to the Ryman not that long
Yeah.
ago, like this year. I just don't like seeing shows of the Ryman. I wish they would have been anywhere else.
But yeah, I mean, I would still go see him. I don't think that's an excuse not to see him.
Was for me. I don't know.
Because also, like, I mean, because I respect places like that. Like, I get what you're saying. It's like, we saw Beach House at the Orpheum here in New Orleans, and it's like, yeah, it wasn't the best, but it's just like, the reason they're playing there is the historical significance of it,
Oh
and
yeah.
the amount of seats that it is too. They're like an in-between band, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
someone kind of explained that to me. It does make sense. It's like you can't play, like
Yeah,
I don't know
Bridgestone or something.
what's there, yeah, Bridgestone or like, but even something smaller than that. I don't know, would be
Yeah.
smaller than that, but you know what I mean. So it's like you're
I
not
just
gonna play
wish.
exit in, but you're not gonna play,
Yeah.
so you need that
RIP
in
Exit
between.
In. Yeah.
Yeah,
It just closed like for good.
yeah,
It sucks.
it's crazy.
Speaking of, yeah, that's kind of I was talking about this with you and with somebody else recently. It's just a bummer that you like bands like this. They're probably not going to tour as much because there's not as many like clubs and small venues that can host them,
Well,
which
it's
is
like, yeah, it's not
real
even that. Like,
shitty.
Animal Collective's talked about it a lot too because they're trying to like reduce their carbon footprint.
Yeah.
Like, so Animal Collective and Panda Bear, both have
Mhm.
like try to limit this, and like they don't go on that many tours because they're like
Yeah.
it's not well, and that is not economically successful either to like go and spend all your money and then the return on it.
It's not great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Coldplay's doing that too. They're like they like hired all these fucking people to make their shows
yeah,
economically like
carbon
worth
neutral.
doing,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. I wish more
yeah,
huge bands would do that.
yeah, for sure. Instead of like somebody like Taylor Swift.
Yeah. It was like fuck it, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of crazy like when you especially Taylor Swift actually. I mean if Coldplay's one of the biggest bands in the world. So
yeah,
if they can do it, fucking
yeah,
Taylor
for
Swift can
sure.
do it.
Set the example. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's why I mean there's plenty of reasons why I like them, but that is like a newer reason why I like them. Like that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Like they're doing what they can. I feel like they have a good
yeah.
time. I like a good
There are
time.
there are generations you too, but they don't suck.
Thank you for that. I agree. I agree. They don't wear tinted sunglasses everywhere. Oh shit. We should do Joshua Tree one day on this show.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know. It's probably important for like a lot of shit that we actually like,
Yeah.
but like not important to us.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
you got anything else to close this out?
No, I think we covered it all.
I think we did. I think we did.
All
Go
right.
and check out Belle and Sebastian, Life Pursuit. If you're any way interested, if we sold you on it at all, check out where they're touring and go see them tour because, like we said earlier, doesn't sound like Stuart Murdoch can tour very often. So, and if you want to learn more about the illness he has, go and check out his Wikipedia page. There's a link to it. Yeah, so this is a pretty. I don't know. This album's sick. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Busy Boys and Connection. Bad artist.
About to sneeze.
I was about to fucking throw up. No, just dropping the needle. Yeah.